Hello my friends and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to talk about the Neosphinx YouTube channel. So it has been a year since I launched my first video for sim racing. And well, I wanted to have like a look back at the previous year, what went well, what went wrong, things learned and stuff. So well, here's the video. In the last 12 months, 959 people subscribed to the channel, which is a lot considering I'm not even an entertainer. The total view count for my videos is well over 250,000, and the average quality of my videos, being the amount like versus dislike, is 95.6. That are some very nice statistics already and something I am very proud of reaching. So in total I made 59 videos. That doesn't sound a lot, but trust me, I had my work with it over the year. It's also not that easy to find every time a subject that you can make a review about or a special episode or something. So 59 videos for me, it's quite decent. I didn't start out making reviews of hardware immediately. My first thought was making a channel about Lego, but that idea didn't catch well. But I also made the gameplay videos from Gran Turismo where I drove some races. But it was soon that I realized that I'm not an extraordinary good racing driver, yeah, those videos, they didn't generate any views at all, which was normal. I mean, I didn't even win a race. I was like trying to stay second, but not lose too many places. But yeah, I'm not an extraordinary good racer, so it's no surprise that those videos, they didn't score well. But then yeah, from the 25th of November I released the Fanatec GDDD Pro compared and should you buy one video, and this video actually scored well. It was my first video that I saw like 1,000 views, 2,000 views, and I was like, wow, okay, this is good. It is one of the lowest scoring videos as well from Tom's perspective, but that doesn't matter. I mean, you have to start somewhere. I mean, the video itself was pretty low quality if I look at it now. But in all, yeah, it was the first video that started it off. So what have I learned the last few years? Yeah, I learned especially that you have to make videos and have to keep in mind that you make for who you make videos, and that the content of the videos is something that, yeah, people have something of it. Like the video that I'm making now, there's not a lot of people that are going to say, wow, okay, now I learned something new. Or, no, but that's something that I learned, so that I need to make videos where informative videos that people actually get something from it. That's something I learned. Also, how to handle criticism, because it's very hard when you make a video and you put a lot of time and effort in it, and it was horrible to make, and then there's someone, hey, yeah, sorry, but that duck is fluo, it is not good. And then you have to like not take it personal and try to understand the criticism, and that has been very, very hard for me, because I'm very defensive person also, and I take it at heart, this criticism, and that's not good. You need to let go, just take the criticism as it comes. It's only people that trying to help you build a better channel, build better videos. Also something that I learned, it's a video. It's not a movie, it's a video. So my first videos that I brought out, I was like, yeah, welcome to another movie and stuff, and see you next movie. Because if you translate it from Dutch to English, it is like a YouTube filmpje, which filmpje is a movie. And I thought, yeah, movie is a thing to say, but yeah, it's a bit of a misunderstanding in the languages. So that's something I learned. I make videos. I don't make movies, I make videos. Very important. What I also did, and which is a bit different than other YouTubers, so for every video that I make, I write out a transcript in English and add subtitles in 12 different languages. And this is done. I had some criticism on this because the translation sometimes is not perfect. Far from perfect. In German, it's a horrible language for Google Translate. I know some people don't see the use in it, but I like to think that I open up my videos to more people just because I do the effort of making an attempt to talk to them in their own language. Also notice that some changes has taken place, so I put the duck is not going away, okay? So because I had a lot of comments about my duck, about my fluo duck. Well, I have bad news, the duck is not going away, but I did put it in a little new code. So the intro is a bit different, exit screen is a bit different, and the background is also a bit different, a bit less straining for the eyes. The thumbnails have been changed, so now I will put it entirely in the color that represents the theme. So we have the specials theme, which is purple, the news, which is red, and the normal reviews that are blue, and then other themes will have another color. I think they look more professional like this without the neo duck, neon duck that you can see on the thumbnails. Something else that changed just recently is the sim rig. Recently I bought two phenomenal pieces of hardware and made the decision to sell the GT Omega that has carried my ass for about a year and switch to one of the new acquisitions. The choice was difficult, but in the end I chose the Simex Pro X80 to replace the GT Omega. I think both are equally sturdy without much flex, and although the Track Racer TR8 looks better, I went for the modular aspect of the X80. I also have more options on it, like the cup holder, headphone holder, handbrake holder, but also I found a way to attach a PlayStation Pro, and well, future-wise it's simply more interesting to keep the X80. For a bass, I still use a TGT, which since I only played Gran Turismo is the most logical one. I really want to thank you guys. It has been a long year and there have been ups and downs, like times when I didn't have time to make a video or that I didn't feel like making a video because it's still a lot of work that needs to be done. But you guys have been fantastic. So with the remarks every time, the subscriptions and just the views of the videos, so everything, thank you very much. For upcoming videos there will be some retesting of all the things. Certain reviews I did more in the early days of reviewing, like the NLR FGT and PlayStation Trophy. They are not up to the standard of my latest reviews and I plan on bringing them up to date. For wheelbases, there is a Trustmaster T128 and the Logitech Daiwa Drive wheel coming up soon, relatively soon. And later on, when Trustmaster reveals the T818 for consoles, that one too. I also will do a special about handbrake in sim racing and will put some focus on the real budget material. It's been a great year so far, and I hope 1,000 subscribers is around the corner. So let's see what we can still do. See you all next video.